Welcome back to another episode of Private Parts with me, Liv Bentley.
And me, Tom Lucy. This is the podcast where nothing is off limits.
Each week, sorry, I forgot, is that it?
I don't think we're doing that anymore, are we?
No, each week we will read your dilemmas. Tom will reveal something personal that happened to him that week.
I'm going to really open up.
Should we use this as therapy? I think there's a dark soul in there.
I've got so much going on, Liv. I'd like to just really get out on the table.
I've never met a busier person than you, Tom. What do you mean you want to get stuff out on the table?
Well, I don't know. Maybe we should be more like a therapy session.
Shall we?
Yeah.
Okay, what's
get actually under the skin of what's going on.
The way you said under the skin sounded a little off.
Really?
So slightly.
I'm trying to open up to you.
Okay, tell me.
You're not.
Okay.
You're not being very. You're not.
Should we say
very...
one personal thing that happened to us this week that we think other people it may have happened to them?
What? That's embarrassing.
Yeah. Something.
Okay. All right. You go first.
No, you go first. Played this game.
What have I done that's embarrassing this week? I thought I found a lump on one of my testicles.
Are you serious?
Yeah, but I didn't. It
was an ingrown hair, wasn't it? I've heard that one many a time.
But I really scared myself.
Did you?
Yeah, because I'm in peak. I'm right in the middle of the age where you're at the most.
Is that what it is?
Susceptible.
But actually, there's the same I think with women with breast cancer, because I do something similar if I suddenly feel a lump. But what I didn't know, on the NHS they only offer mammograms once you're over 50.
Really?
Or something. I could have got that totally wrong. But it's weird because in your 30s is like prime time for all this stuff, isn't it?
What? Breast cancer? Is it not a bit older?
I could have got that totally wrong. I don't know.
I think you might be. I think older. I'm not a doctor, just to clarify. But I feel like it's older women that get breast cancer, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, I don't really know. But they don't. It is, yeah, but we don't. I mean, there's no like with your. I mean, we're talking about now with your like balls. Has someone told you what you're looking for or how you do it? No. I don't want you to show me.
Do you want to see them?
No. Thanks.
No, you're right. You don't really get told like what you're meant to be feeling for.
Because I know with women, they'd say do it in the shower and you've got to raise an arm. But it's it's hard because I think if you actually don't know what you're looking for, you feel one thing, you panic because you're like, what the hell is that?
Yeah. Do you check yourself regularly?
I actually don't really, but I mean, I have on occasion felt, but I'm assuming it's like lymph nodes or something. Maybe we should get someone in, a guy and a girl who really explains how to do it, because I actually don't think people check enough, because there's recently all the stuff about smear tests, everyone regularly getting smear tests done.
I think that would be good. Get someone in. You
know how in the other episode we did New Year's resolutions? Maybe we should do like certain things that you should actually check. It's weird, isn't it, when you get older, not older, but like the things you do slightly have to be more cautious of. Like I really need to quit smoking, but I fucking can't do it.
Do you panic about, are you like a hypochondriac with illnesses and diseases? Do you sort of do you panic a lot about getting ill?
No, I don't, weirdly, and I don't know. I don't tend to get sick. So if I ever do, and actually weirdly, I think it was my agent who told me this. When I went sober and then started drinking again, my immune system was obviously so weak, so I ended up getting sicker. It's when I picked up like I was about to say the coronavirus. My dad used to call it the carnivorous, which is super odd. But that does happen.
STD,
but no, so when I get sick, I hate it because I'm really not a sick person.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
But I have something odd at the moment, and I don't.
Here we go.
This has gone on for about a year now.
Let's get it out. And let's see.
It's my finger, and I'll wake up and most days it's really fat and swollen and I can't bend it. Like I can bend it to here and I feel like if I go like that, I'll break it. And I don't know what the fuck's wrong with it. Which finger? The middle finger. It's fine now, but I can go, next time I come in, it'll be really fat and it goes purple. It's so weird and it's gone off so long, but because it comes and goes, just the finger. And I can see it from this side.
Have you been to see a doctor?
No, and I really need. But is it a doctor or a physio? I mean, this is such random chat. But it's so fat. It's around here. It's like on that knuckle bit.
I don't know what.
And I haven't been sticking it in weird places. I don't really understand.
I thought you were going to say there's a thing where like you lose sensation in your fingers and toes. Like you get, they go numb sometimes. My mum gets it. It's like a circulation issue.
Yeah, I have quite bad circulation problems. But nothing. I don't worry about. I don't know. But I should really worry about it. Like the smoking. It annoys me how addicted to cigarettes.
Have you had any like big? Have you ever had like a big operation?
No. I mean,
have you ever been on a general anaesthetic?
Yeah, I've broken loads of like bones and shit, but I've never had like an illness. But I think it is. I need to go see a hypnotist or something.
Olivia's she's having her wisdom teeth taken out in a couple of weeks, and she's got to have a general anaesthetic for it, and she's terrified.
Is she having all of them at once?
Yeah. I had that done though.
Yeah, I had it, but I didn't have a jet.
I wasn't even put under.
No,
was
I
just
definitely
sedated.
wasn't.
Yeah, I was like sedated, and then like an hour later was like given all of my wisdom teeth in a bag.
So you know you're not allowed that anymore.
Mental dentist.
They can't give them to you, because when I had one out, I asked for it, and he was like, "No, you're not allowed it."
Really?
Don't know why. What the fuck are you gonna do with an old tooth? Like, it's a
Wear it
bit
on
creepy.
Wear it on a necklace, like a shark tooth.
That's Nick.
What's that? It's just my wisdom tooth. Playing with it, just like playing with it on the date.
Creepy.
I had all 4 done at the same time, and it was fine.
So
Just get them out, whip them out.
Do you remember that episode we spoke about that dentist?
Oh, the hot
Fucking
dentist.
lied to me, that bloke.
Really?
I said to him, I'm convinced, I've had all 3 out apart from 1 tooth. And I said, I've got a wisdom tooth. And he said, nope, it's just a molar. I was like, really? I was like, that's a weird place to have a molar coming out the end of my thing.
Yeah.
Went to another dentist. It is a fucking wisdom tooth. So how a dentist got that wrong is beyond me. And also at the time, what he had done, he said he'd shaved it down. So he shaved the wrong fucking tooth, didn't see the other. I mean, how is that possible?
That is mental.
That's not normal.
I don't know whether there's any more. When I was like 8 years old, I got punched in the side of the face by another boy at my school, and knocked one of my teeth out, like on the top left. So I've got a fake tooth, like at the back on the top.
Yeah.
But the dentist that did it put a metal tooth in my mouth. So there's like a metal
Bit underneath it.
Yeah, so when I went to see the dentist recently, he was like, "Why the fuck have you got a metal tooth in your mouth?" And I was like, "Oh, I had it done when I was a kid." And he was like,
Lasted a hell of a long time.
He said, "I haven't seen a metal tooth since like the 1970s. Like we don't do that anymore." He was like, "I don't know who your dentist was, but like we don't do these metal teeth anymore."
Is that do you have to have it replaced?
Well, he said I can replace it if
Isn't
you
that
want.
a bit rogue having
Metal.
Yeah.
Does it like leak into your
I don't know.
bloodstream? Magnesium. It might explain a lot. I don't know.
Could that twitch in the eye?
It might explain
There
why
could
I'm
be
like
some correlation
got
there.
pink eye all the time. Does that link to your teeth? Anyway, look, it's Valentine's Day next week.
Just cringe.
What do we think of Valentine's
Cringe.
Day?
It is, isn't it?
I'm not a huge fan.
I just think it's a bit. I don't know what's worse though, Valentine's or Galentines. That's
What is Galentine's?
When it's for girls hanging out, like girly Valentines.
Oh, for single girls.
Yeah.
Is there a men equivalent of that?
Steak and blowjob day. 4th
What,
of March.
with other
But
men?
unfortunately, I don't think you should do that with other men though.
No. Well,
no.
if you want to.
Some people do. No, I don't. Valentine's is such a. I think it's. Sorry, I was just thinking because I think my dad proposed to my mum on Valentine's Day.
It's a bit of an ick,
There's
isn't it?
it all.
Bit of an
No, I'm
ick.
joking. And then actually 2 of my siblings were born in November, which means they were probably conceived around Valentine's
Wow.
Day.
So Valentine's Day is a big day for your parents.
But I just think it's got cringe every year. It gets cringier and cringier,
Yeah.
and it's so like forced.
Will you and Rory buy each other gifts for Valentine's Day?
No, you know what?
What about cards? Will you do a card or not?
Maybe, not really. I'm not
Will
really.
you, wait, hang on. Wait, will you be upset if he doesn't buy you a card or a
I'd
gift?
be relieved.
Really?
I find, yeah. Honestly, out of everything that I find cringe, and I find fucking everything cringe. That is the most. I'd rather it's
What,
just
cards?
No, Valentine's.
Oh right, yeah.
Will you be my Valentine? Like it's sort of. I mean, I suppose it's quite sweet when you're young. As like a
Rory's
sort of
probably
cute thing.
listening to this, scratching out his card as we speak.
Luckily, he's not. He's not really like that. No, I'm not. I'm not big on Valentine's Day. If I'm totally honest.
No. Do you find like any sort of gift a bit embarrassing? What are you going to be like when you're like proposed to? Are you going to find that really cringe?
No, I won't find that cringe because that's like sweet and that's obviously something more. But that's very different, isn't it? To
Yeah,
Valentine's. I mean, if
yeah.
you propose on Valentine's, I'd be like, oh.
Yeah,
Any day of
just
the
feels
year.
like you don't like any sort of like overly romantic.
No, I like romantic things, but personal. I mean, like, no, I'd love for my ideal Valentine's Day. If we were celebrating, it would be like dinner at home together.
Yeah.
Like that's it. I wouldn't want to go to a restaurant where there's every other fucking couple sitting there. Like,
Yeah. Well, that's what I wanted to talk about actually, because last Valentine's we had dinner at home and it was really nice. But I have a bit of an issue with going out for dinner on Valentine's Day because every restaurant is like full of couples. It's all like, oh, there's a special Valentine's menu.
Yeah,
and there's candles on the table, and it's all just very like cringe and.
but it's weird because it's now
Couples like trying. You're sat there and you're looking at all the other couples trying to be romantic.
And then
it
there's
just
some
feels-
people who just aren't talking at all. They're on their phones and there's pressure.
Yeah.
You're having shit chat. But it's weird because it's celebrated whether you're in a relationship or not. Now it's like a massive thing for singles. It's like, let's do like singles Valentine's Day. Do you know what I mean?
Really?
Yeah.
Is it a thing?
It's a huge thing. Like if you've got no one for Valentine's Day.
I wouldn't give a fuck if I had no one for
I
Valentine's
don't. Yeah,
Day.
I've never been that bothered by it.
No.
I'm trying to think.
Last
what
Valentine's, what did you do? You were single then.
I was in Cape Town
Oh.
in rehab.
Were you?
Alone.
On Valentine's Day?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, you were. Of
I
course.
was.
Yeah, you were.
I don't know what.
Did they do a special rehab Valentine's evening?
Yeah, we all got to do a pinger.
Did they all take you to like stroke some horses together or something?
But no, I did not celebrate it then. I don't know what I've ever really done on Valentine's.
Have you ever had a great Valentine's or a really bad
Not
one?
one that I can sit here and go, it was amazing. No.
No.
It's not a real. I think when you're younger, there's something sort of sweet about it. But when
Yeah.
you're older, there's something slightly tragic about it.
Yeah.
It's like young love kind of thing. It's sweet for that. And also
Yeah.
I think when you're sort of like a teenager, I don't know, it is sweet.
Yeah, it is quite sweet, isn't it?
I mean, I can't,
Yeah, I don't know.
But no, there's a whole thing about anti-Valentine's.
Anti-Valentine's Day, yeah. This is like a rejection to...
But do we think that whoever's come up with anti-Valentine's is someone who's never experienced a Valentine's?
Yeah, it's like one of those, what are they called? Incels.
Yeah.
I love that. I love an incel.
But you know...
I wonder if we have any listen to this. You know, it's like a whole thing, right?
What?
Incels. It's basically like there's a whole subculture of men who like don't get any attention from women like throughout their whole lives, to the point where they start to like hate women because they don't get any attention from women.
Well, there's a genuine group of people who are like this.
Involuntary celibacy.
Do you think
So they're basically like no girls want to sleep with them, and then they get more and more angry about that, and then they start to like hate women, and there's like whole groups of men who are like
is
part of
that
these.
that WhatsApp group you're part of?
Yeah, it's the when my phone's always
Actually, it's savage.
pinging.
They're all at the pub again.
Yeah, they're all at the pub. They start to like actively hate women, and then they start sort of
Assaulting them?
no, but they just have these like groups of men who like they sort of decide that actually they hate women because no women like them.
I wonder if there's a female group like that.
It sounds like anti-Valentine's was set up by one of these incels.
Because Valentine's Day is really a female thing. You don't hear many guys
Getting excited.
getting excited about Valentine's.
No, I guess not. Yeah, I think I'm doing
A gig.
working on
Go on,
Valentine's
it's a
Day.
bit of self-promotion. Come on.
No, I just got
But-
to chase the money, Liv. That's my Valentine's Day.
Yeah, hard worker.
Mm.
I was giggling earlier though. Valentine's is actually it wasn't a happy thing.
No, yeah. So what
It
did
was
you
something
find out
really
about
odd. Wait, I need a
Valentine's
more
Day?
refined answer, but it was something a bit odd.
Tell us what you found out. It was something to do with
Women being whipped.
okay.
Well,
Now that's something I could get on board with. Anti-Valentine's Day is a day or week of activities that are a reaction to Valentine's Day. Some people celebrate Anti-Valentine's Day as a way to reject the consumerism and narrow views of relationships that Valentine's Day can promote. It is not to sound like an 88-year-old man, but it is one of those things that's just purely been created by companies to sell things, isn't it? It's like Father's Day and Mother's Day.
this is what AI said. AI is great, by the way. How do I say this? Lupercalia. How do you say that name? So I just don't look dick.
Wait, move your finger. Lupercalia. Lupercalia?
Lupercalia?
Yeah, that sounds right.
Okay, so Valentine's Day has dark origins that include the Roman fertility festival of Lupercalia, and the execution of two men named Valentine. Men sacrificed a goat and a dog, and the men then whipped the women with the hides of the animals. Women lined up to be hit, believing it would make them fertile. Men drew women's names from a jar to be paired with them for the rest of the festival. So basically,
Now that's something I could get on board with.
Yeah, of course you could.
If that was the tradition.
It was a festival held in mid-February. Oh wait, what's that awful? Oh no, it was midsummer. See, that's a little odd actually, that we're celebrating a day where women were getting smacked about hoping to get fertile. And although the stories behind St. Valentine are a bit vague, some legends say that he was a Roman priest who defied Emperor Claudius II, who banned marriage so men would be more willing to go to war by continuing to marrying people in secret, which resulted in St. Valentine's brutal execution. Oh, okay, fine. So he was secretly marrying people. So it's sort of an odd day, but anyway.
He banned marriage to make men want to go to war more. It
Yeah.
sounds like the producers of Made in Chelsea.
A little bit.
Yeah.
To make them go to the Maldives. No, I'm joking.
Surely for Jomo, Valentine's is a big deal.
Valentine's is our biggest day of the year.
Yeah, so you can't be that anti-Valentine's.
No, I'm not anti in the slightest. But we
Because you love money. It must be. It's a
Sorry.
It's a big sales day for you,
It's
isn't
good
it?
for the sales.
Yeah,
It is.
It's okay.
But no, it's
Hang
because
on a
we do a
second.
whole thing on it. Like, I don't like the expression self love because it sounds a bit odd, but I suppose it's similar to sort of self pleasure.
Yep.
But no, it's a
Yep.
big. Our whole thing when we celebrate with Jomo doing Valentine's is all about like loving your body.
Yeah.
And like doing a
But
thing
do
for
you-
you.
but-
So like have a night for you.
But does your sales of vibrators increase on Valentine's
They
Day?
do. Our biggest buyer for the vibrators men.
But presumably,
All men.
presumably buying it for their girlfriends.
Yeah.
And then giving it as a Valentine's gift.
I actually think it's because can I be honest? Like vibrators are bloody expensive.
How much are your vibrators?
130.
Really?
But I'll be honest, that's actually
shocks me.
lower in the range of pricing with them. Like people pay there a lot.
Really?
Minimum I'd say like the average is £150
Wow.
for a vibrator, yeah.
What's the most expensive brand of
Oh my god, there's a Coco de Mer one I think that's solid gold and it's like 10 grand. I don't know why you'd want that though. And not shaming Coco de Mer, but like I mean unless you just sit
Yeah.
on it. But
Yeah.
But yeah, no, Valentine's is big for us.
Yeah, I
I'll
bet
do
it
a
is.
discount for everyone who listens.
You should do a Valentine's discount.
Yeah.
What about the lube? Does that fly out the window as well?
That does. That's good because we've got one lube that works with pairs well with the vibrator.
Yeah.
And then the other one. But yeah.
Would you recommend that men? I mean, you're slightly biased in this, but that men buy vibrators as a Valentine's gift?
I would.
Or
I
any
also,
sort of sex toy?
basically, what I actually think is nice about it is I think some girls actually do need lube, but it's a weird thing to mention. I think some people are hesitant to say I actually do need lube.
Yeah.
So because ours sort of is nice looking, like our whole thing was the way it looks because it's trying to like take the seediness out of what lubricant is.
Yeah.
It looks like a perfume bottle. It's a nice gift to give someone.
Yeah.
And one of ours is like a CBD body massage and arousal, so you can actually use it as a body oil. So
Yeah.
it's not like here's some lube because you need it. But I think it is a nice gift.
Yeah. That's not
Like
bad,
I
is it?
actually give Jomo the CBD one to a lot of people as a gift, whether it not in necessarily just a sexual way, but
I think you've given me some before in the past.
yeah, I give it to everyone.
You
No, I
just
don't give it to everyone.
Give them around.
But no, I think it's a really nice gift. When I was young, when we were younger, as in like all me and my sister, my grandpa would sweetly every year write us
Yeah.
Valentine's Day cards.
Yeah.
And there is something sort of sweet about that, like
Yeah.
guess your Valentine.
That is quite
I do
sweet.
think when you're younger there is something sweet about
Yeah.
it. Now that I know it's about execution and it's just actually quite a brutal day,
Yeah.
it's a bit much. But I think that there is something quite sweet about
Yeah,
that.
I know what you mean. That is quite
Or like
sweet.
getting a rose. I think at school we used to do that. You were given a rose.
I
or
wonder
something.
if you work in an office and I wonder if you would, as a man, send an anonymous Valentine's card to a woman anymore. Would you be concerned that it might be taken badly? I don't know if you would do that anymore.
Well, it's like getting pissed up at the Christmas party and kissing
Yeah.
your boss.
Or sending like a big bouquet of
I'll be
roses.
honest, there's something that seems a bit creepy about writing an anonymous letter
You know what I
letter
mean?
out
It's a
our
little
age.
bit
That is
weird,
a bit
isn't
off.
it?
It's like a ransom. Like,
Especially
I
when
don't-
you post it through their front door and you're like,
That's
how
it.
did they find out where I
Like,
live?
can I be honest? I have sometimes had like packages or letters with just my name on it with no address. So knowing that someone has slipped that through my letterbox
That's terrifying.
and not even rung the bell or anything.
That is really
Yeah,
terrifying.
it is a bit odd. Actually thinking about it is there's something off about that.
It's slightly
An
weird,
anonymous
isn't it?
letter.
What's your favourite type of flower to be bought?
I like peonies.
Peonies.
Yeah.
I like it when Olivia will like drop really heavy hints about what her favourite flowers are. She'll be like, these are nice. I really like
Do
these
you buy her
ones."
flowers though?
I have done, yeah.
What, when you first started dating?
When we've had a big row or something.
Can I tell you something? My favourite thing is driving around on a Sunday morning seeing blokes with flowers because you know
Yeah.
perfectly well what they got up to the night before.
yeah. When we've
It's
had a-
really, you can actually see the shame on their face as
when
well.
we've had a big bust up, I'll come in with some flowers, sure. Yeah,
No.
that's what they're for, isn't it?
Yeah, Rory's very sweet. He always, like when I got back from Cape Town, because he left before I did, I got back and there was like a big bunch of flowers, which is very sweet. I think small things, and it actually necessarily it doesn't actually have to be flowers because I'm not big on like gifts and all that sort of thing, but small little gestures, I think is really sweet.
This is what
Like the
girls
love language
always say,
thing.
isn't it? It's like it's not the big things,
It's
it's
the
all
small
the little
things.
things.
But actually, my thing I was talking about was my mum. She was saying she'd spoken to someone and saying how actually like people who've been together for years, they end up actually breaking up over the lack of the small things that there's
Yeah.
like stupid shit like making someone a coffee or emptying the dishwasher or doing. I
Yeah.
appreciate small things like that because
Yeah.
then you know that they know that
Yeah.
they've listened to you.
Yeah. That's good advice, actually. I think a lot of men think that they need to like do big displays.
It's not. I actually don't think girls appreciate that, and I think they also think that's a lot of that is for show. It doesn't actually mean anything. Like,
yeah,
I love it when Rory hangs his towel in the fucking bathroom, not on the end of the bed.
Yeah,
because I know he's listened to me.
That's good. So, as a Valentine's gift this year, just hang your towels. That's a good. Just do things around.
Do
the house.
small things that you know your girlfriend would appreciate.
Who's messier in the house, you or Rory?
I'm so OCD, I pick things up before he even puts them down.
Yeah.
So actually, it's quite easy.
But do you think most relationships have like an OCD one and a messy one?
Yeah. I think they probably do.
Yeah.
I mean, this is probably quite, whatever, judgmental. I would imagine it's the girl is probably tidier.
Well, not in my relationship.
Really?
Because I'm like really OCD.
You actually strike me as that type.
When I lived on my own, my flat was like terrifyingly
to the
neat.
point you colour coded your books.
Yeah, that was done actually by an ex-girlfriend, but it was just left like that. But I've had to learn to sort of calm that down a little bit.
Yeah.
Because I realise that it's quite a difficult thing to live with if someone's that OCD. So I've had to like tell myself to like relax.
I can't though.
Like if I walk into the kitchen and it's not clean, my instinct is to get like annoyed, but I have to be like, it's fine, it doesn't matter. Like it's fine. It's like I have to like calm myself down.
I don't have that calm in me. I have to do it. And for someone who doesn't even cook, I remember I think I had a fight with an ex. He left like protein powder and shit all over the countertop. I like clean counters, like no shit left around.
Yeah.
And he was like, you don't even fucking go in here, you can't even cook. What are you doing? Like, would lose it because I was constantly putting shit in cupboards.
I quite enjoy cleaning a kitchen.
I find it really calming. I like folding laundry. I actually enjoy doing laundry.
Yeah.
Like I don't mind doing it.
No.
I find it very...
If I was given like half an hour to really clean a kitchen, I'd enjoy that.
Do we think is your dad like that? My
Massively.
dad is so OCD. Maybe that's where we get it from.
I think my dad's thing comes from the military, where they're like trained to be like that.
Oh yeah,
like really intense neatness and my dad will like if the dishwasher's been loaded by someone but badly,
he'll do it again.
He'll take it all out and reload it. He's like that.
I
do get
it as well.
But then I don't think if you had two, because quite often you do get like one of the other. You get like if you had two OCD people living together, would they clash?
It would be better than two messy people.
It would be better actually. Well, I don't know why they would clash. It would just be a really nice house.
Really nice and clean.
Yeah. I would guess that anti-Valentine's Day is if you're like a single bloke or a single woman, you would just go out with all of your other single guy friends or girlfriends.
But, sorry, what day of the week is it? Is it even a night?
Friday.
But do people have to go out? Why don't we just pretend it's another day?
Yeah, well that is an option, yeah.
Sorry. Oh yeah, it is a Friday actually.
You don't have to do anything. But I think the point is that people like if they sit at home on their own, they might feel a bit sad. I don't know. But that's normal. I'm in a relationship and I sit at home and feel sad. That's just called being.
I think that's your relationship.
That's just called being alive, isn't it?
You sit at home alone being sad.
There's a pub.
What are your plans?
We're going to something the night before, but then on actual Valentine's Day I've got a gig, so I'm gonna be away.
Dragging her to that.
No,
Free ticket.
She's not coming. No.
Actually, a comedy night could be quite fun on Valentine's Day.
Yeah, it could be quite fun.
If you're single, go to Tom's show. Or if you're in a relationship.
Yeah, or anyone.
Or just if you're a fan.
Yeah, or if you're a fan. There's a pub, I don't know if you've heard about this, where is it? In Holborn. Where they're going to try this system where they charge people for pints based on their salary. I don't even know how that's going to work. How are they going to know what salary? So they're basically going to like, if you earn more money, you're going to pay more for.
What, are you going in there with your tax?
I don't know how that's going to work. How are they going to find out what your salary is?
Are they just going to judge you on the way you look?
Are they just going to ask you what your salary is? Because
I was thinking about this the other day because of you know all these fires in LA.
Yeah.
There was something about the really wealthy people, they shouldn't help them or something because they're so rich. But it's like they've worked really hard for that money.
Yeah.
Why should they not?
Is it less? Yeah, it's an
or something. I can't remember what it was all about.
Is it less of a tragedy when really rich people's houses burn down?
But I think it's exactly the same whether you're rich or not rich.
I suppose
it's your personal belongings.
I agree. I suppose the difference is that people might be like, oh, they can afford to replace that house. But it's still sad though, isn't it?
Yeah, but then I'm like, some people have worked really hard for all that stuff.
Yeah. Imagine having your entire, I don't want to get too dark, but your house burned down with all of your
No,
belongings.
I was
Like,
somewhere the other day, and someone was talking about it, and they were saying how a woman had gone on holiday, I don't know what happened, but basically all her pets died,
That's awful.
or something really awful. I don't know what had happened. Yeah, something like that. No, it would be awful.
There was a guy being interviewed on the news, and he was staying in a hotel because he'd lost his house, and he was saying, like, literally all I have is the clothes I'm wearing and my phone and a rucksack with a few, like, he said, I've got, like, I don't have anything. Everything's gone. All my clothes, all my belongings. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Okay, let's come back in part 2 with some unpopular opinions and some listener dilemmas about anti-Valentine's Day.
See you in part 2.
Do you want to say don't go anywhere?
Don't go anywhere. Oh, I can't not say it with that bloke's voice. Can we get him on? Can we get that as like an out? Just that recording of him saying
him
that.
saying don't go anywhere.
He's made a fucking record, that bloke.
Of course he has. Cashing in. Smart. Welcome back to part 2 of Private Parts with me, Tom Lucy.
And me, Liv Bentley.
It's our Valentine's special.
It's our anti-Valentine special.
I just had a thought. There are some, I've heard stories before, friends of mine who are in relationships that they want to end, but they have to wait till after Valentine's Day to do it because they think it's too savage to end a relationship just before Valentine's Day.
But it's like on someone's birthday as well. I dumped.
You want to find like the
birthday.
sweet spot where there's nothing going on.
But then it's like, I mean, you actually you'd scar that because that day is celebrated. You would scar that person for the rest of time, even if they don't celebrate Valentine's Day. They always go, "Well, it's when I was dumped, so you can't do it on Valentine's Day."
No,
Valentine's Day, birthdays, and Christmas, any sort of day, just don't.
So you got to find a nice neutral ground.
Yeah,
it's difficult though.
I was turning. I think it was I was 16 or something, and oh no, it was my birthday, not his own. Oh no, I think it was his birthday. Got my sister to dump my boyfriend on his birthday for me over text.
Nice.
God, I was a savage.
Isn't it the end of cuffing season as well? Isn't cuffing season like November to February?
Yeah.
You get Valentine's out of the way and then everyone becomes single again.
Yeah.
Isn't that true?
Maybe. Well, but it's because summer's approaching.
Is it approaching?
Not in this fucking country, it's not.
No, I don't think it's approaching.
No, sorry, that's what this festival was, Valentine's. It was the beginning of spring.
Oh yeah, the beginning of spring.
We put out a story asking people's unpopular opinions about Valentine's Day, and here we go. It's a pointless holiday that forces people to spend money. But hang on, do we celebrate
Was that sent in by my dad?
That was... Yes. Is it actually a holiday? Do we in the UK celebrate it as a holiday?
It's not like a bank holiday, is it? You don't get the day off.
No, but is it? I didn't. Oh yeah, I suppose it is a holiday. Do people in America?
I would imagine they love it in America, don't they?
I think they've really exaggerated all this shit. It's like fucking Halloween.
Halloween in America is a big deal.
It's Thanksgiving. Yeah. They celebrate everything, don't they?
Yeah. Valentine's is not such a big thing. The only thing you'll see here is like in supermarkets, they'll have like a Valentine's section.
And restaurants go ham on it.
Restaurants have the same menu, but twice the price.
Yeah. It is a bit of an outrage, actually.
That annoys me.
You know what? But that's like New Year's. Go out on London New Year's, you're spending a fortune.
Yeah, you're on the New Year's set menu, which is the same thing, but 100 quid.
It is it's ridiculous. Valentine's Day is forced love. It is a bit.
Forced love?
Because what are you proving to your I hate the word. I don't know why, but I hate the expression partner. Really, this is my partner.
Yeah.
I just want to say boyfriend or girlfriend. But
I don't like the word hubby. You know when people say this.
That's made me
hubby. That makes me want to crawl inside.
What other ones?
Bin.
Ick words.
Huh?
Hun. I do that to wind people up. I go hun. Stephen's really upset because I call him baby, but we were down at my parents' house and I said baby and 5 people turned around and he goes, you cannot call me that anymore. So I call everyone baby, and then I started calling the dog baby.
Baby. Mad. Yeah, hubby's bad. There are a lot of it I find quite annoying.
But there's something about my partner.
It sounds too formal.
It just sounds a bit...
Like business partner.
I found it. My other half. I don't know why. It's a horrible
You don't
one.
like it, my other half?
I don't. Just say your boyfriend.
Yeah, I know what you mean. When someone says partner, I assume
I think business partner for some weird reason.
if I'm talking to someone and they say, "Oh, my partner and I are going away this weekend," I assume that they don't want me to ask any further. I assume that like,
or they've been together a long time but they're not married.
yeah, there's
That's
something
what it
going on that
means.
they don't want me to ask questions about. It makes me back off when someone says partner. It makes me
Okay,
go, I'm not
partner's
going to
more
ask any more
acceptable than other
questions
half.
about that.
Why does other half?
It's same sex.
Oh yeah.
If a man says my partner, I always think it's because of the
Yeah.
It'd be weird if a man described his wife as his partner. I just say wife.
Yeah, that's what I mean. When you're married, why would you say? You would just say
Yeah, my colleague,
my hubby.
my housemate,
What do you and Olivia call each other?
housemates, landlord. Yeah, rent boy. It's a nicer name for
That's-
landlord.
The landlady. What's another one? The best part of the holiday is the post Valentine's Day
What
sales.
do I call Olivia? I call her the tenant. My tenant. This is my tenant.
Wait, are you? Oh no, you're not. You are living together, aren't you?
Yeah. Sorry, go on. Unpopular opinions.
The best part of the holiday is the post Valentine's Day sales and discounted chocolates. I agree with that.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess that's true. A lot of discounted things.
We do a discount for Jomo for Valentine's.
Do you?
Yeah, or we do like bundles. I don't know why it's such a bit. Actually, that's true. You do get Valentine's Day sales.
What are those big bears that people used to buy?
Harrods.
No, they're like, what are they called? Those like famous. They would sell them in like Clinton cards shops. Those like Valentine's bears. Do you remember those?
Yeah, I do remember. Clinton card. Does that still exist? That
Does it? It
card.
can't still exist.
That and Staples is gone.
Clinton cards. Okay, let's have some dilemmas from some listeners. Here we go. Hey guys, I've been listening to Private Parts since the Jamie days. All right, okay.
Get out.
Okay, now. But it's so much better now.
Oh, thank God for that.
I made that bit up.
Oh, fuck. I'm not really. Yeah.
I've listened to Private Parts since the Jamie days, and thank God he's gone. Sorry, we'll leave that bit. I've been listening to Private Parts, and I'm a huge fan. I love your guys' chat, and I've always wanted to send in a dilemma, but never had one until now. Me and my girlfriend, brackets both 26, have been together for 4 years and are still madly in love. Everything is great, except when it comes to intimacy. Liv, this is right up your street.
Right up.
Liv is absolutely
You were about
buzzing
to
to.
say
I was going to say frothing.
I hate that word. It's the worst.
I thought
Frothing at
that might be an inappropriate thing.
Way
to say.
too much.
Liv is frothing.
Oh, that's horrible.
That is a bad word, isn't it?
It's
Frothing.
awful.
My partner is frothing.
Oh, God. The only thing that should froth is a latte or a cappuccino.
Okay.
Not a...
We are both in stressful jobs, which take up a lot of our energy. So by the end of the day, we are both exhausted. However, I've been noticing recently that when we do get it on, she checks her phone to look at the time. Wow. She's a big believer in getting lots of sleep, so I understand she doesn't want to be too tired for work. But how do I tell her that I find that quite off-putting? Thanks, guys. I feel like this is your
I
expertise.
would say that you need to... No, I know it sounds ridiculous and this makes it sound really forced, but allocate like a time. Or if you say like Thursday night, why don't we just turn our phones off and have like an hour.
Schedule sex?
Yeah, but that sounds bad. But if you're both like, I think it does make it sound more forced. But I would say you need to both like set a day together.
I would find that really
try or have like say like go for dinner or do something, cook with each other at home, and just say let's have a night without our phones, and then just take that distraction out. I love turning my phone off, and like Rory and I have got into this thing and we'll do like 1 or 2 nights a week where we sit and watch TV and we don't have the phones anywhere near us, because I will naturally just pick it up to look. I don't know why I'd look at it, and it's just I think we're all so accustomed to doing that. I think trying to find time just to...
I think definitely like if you're getting intimate, putting your phones in a different room is a good idea.
100%, but I think the way you sort of broach it without...
Unless you're using one of your phones to film it on a tripod.
Unless you're selling it. No, I think the way you handle it is I would just... do we think this is from a... Yeah, this is... It doesn't really matter. But I would say to your girlfriend that you want to like cook her dinner or something.
I would put it on you and say, oh, I was thinking that we should both put our phones in a different room.
Yeah, or just say I want to have a romantic evening with you. Let's turn our phones off for once and just switch off from all of that.
Yeah,
I would do it like that, and then just make it into more of a special thing, and then hopefully
I would
with the
find
phones
something
off.
like personally, if in my relationship we had a thing where we're like, okay, every Tuesday night we're gonna have sex, I would start.
No, but you.
I would find that quite like awkward.
But no, but it's not about. I don't think it's that. It's about getting the ball rolling, isn't it? So if you say one night, so tomorrow night I'd love to cook for you, and then you do it once, realize how nice it is, it will then become more regular and natural.
Yeah.
You don't have to say tonight you're turning your phone off and we're having sex.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Don't shout that at them in the street.
I'll send you a bottle of Jomo, whoever this writer is.
That's very sweet. Yeah, we'll do that.
Send me your address. Actually, it sounds a bit. Oh, never mind.
Mm.
I would say do it that way. I think.
What do you think about we both have stressful jobs which take up, so we're both tired at the end of the day? I think that's okay.
Yeah.
As long as you're both on the same page.
The weekends.
Yeah. Do you know what? I don't know. As long as you're both on the same page, I think it's fine.
It's so interesting. I think we spoke about this before, that women need more sleep than men.
Yeah.
Because I need my sleep. Like, it makes me angry if I get woken up.
Yeah.
Or like, I don't know, I just need a certain amount of sleep. So it's interesting.
Yeah.
But I suppose if you have got a stressful job, you should prioritize your sleep, not over your relationship. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm weirdly quite shy at answering this.
No, I think that's good advice. I think trying to say let's do something romantic without our phones is a good idea.
Phones really do get in the way of a lot of shit, don't they?
Yeah.
Like, I've noticed, first thing I do in the morning, I'll turn my alarm off and go straight onto Instagram.
Yeah.
And I never post anyway, so I don't know what the fuck I'm looking at. Like,
Yeah.
It's not good.
Sometimes when Olivia and I go on holiday, we'll like decide to have a day where we leave our phones in the hotel. And we just go
I
out,
rate that.
and it's great.
It's
I don't know what would happen if there was an emergency, but we haven't been there yet. But yeah, you just sort of decide, let's just have a day of no phones. And then you like put your phone in the safe in the hotel room. And then when you come back in the evening, you can check your phone. But having like a full day of no phone
it's so nice.
And then when you get your phone back in the evening, you realise that you didn't really miss anything anyway.
When I had that sort of minor breakdown last year, before I went to Cape Town, actually prior to that, I went down to my parents' house and I turned my phone off for 7 days.
Oh yeah,
didn't
I remember
turn it
that.
on. After 2 days, I forgot. I actually didn't even think about it.
Yeah.
And then by the time I had it back again, I was like,
Well, when you went into that Sidemen show, you didn't have your phone for that either.
It's
and
weird.
You said that you
I really
panicked
liked
a bit
it
initially, and then you really liked it.
Yeah. I like not having it. I think, I don't know. I also think this is actually another thing, is what I think couples should try and, it depends on your work life and stuff, but sitting and having supper together at a table makes it more of a thing, and that's actually quite intimate.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. I think for girls as well, it's not necessarily always about the act, it's about the other stuff as well that goes with it, like talking and actually having conversations.
Yeah. That's an example of like the little things, isn't it? Like having dinner together.
And talking about your day rather than both sitting on the sofa, scrolling on your phone, watching some crap in the background.
Yeah. Yeah. That's good advice. I like that. That's really good advice.
And obviously some CBD arousal oil.
Yeah. And vibrators.
Yeah.
Do you want to read the next one?
Sure. Hey guys. With Valentine's Day around the corner, I wanted to share this story with you about an awkward encounter with my ex-boyfriend. We're quite traditional when it comes to love, and the day of Valentine's came around. I didn't expect anything to show up, but to my surprise, a card and some roses turned up at my desk. I smiled and sent my boyfriend a simple text, admiring his efforts. I was shocked to see him reply with something along the lines of, "What are you talking about?" This is the worst. That evening was possibly the most awkward Valentine's I've spent with someone, and to this day, I never know who sent the flowers. Although a few months later, my manager tried to kiss me so I could take a good guess as who sent them.
Wow.
I don't know the whole of that's a bit odd.
That's really strange.
But also that's quite funny from the boyfriend, sorry. I sometimes have sent messages to Rory that are probably a bit weird, and he goes, "Did you send that to the right person?" I was like, "Yeah."
I'm trying to think, if that happened to me as the boyfriend, I'd probably just play along with it. I'd be like, "You're welcome. You're welcome." And then I'd try and work out who sent it.
But now we're talking about, leaving anonymous letters. That's slightly creepy. A bloke buying you flowers that you don't know.
That is quite weird, isn't it? Yeah. Also, is the bloke sending the anonymous flowers, do you not think, what am I getting out of this?
But also, how does the bloke know that the girl will assume it's him? Probably not.
No.
It could be anyone. So
Yeah.
it's sort of like wasted effort, especially if you bought like really expensive nice flowers.
Yeah. Yeah.
and she's thanking her boyfriend.
That's funny. That is funny. See, I actually, and like you saying that about Rory buying flowers for you is something I need to get better at. I have thought this before, because that is an example of like those small things that add up.
I think what they want is girls to know that you're thinking of them, and
Yeah.
whether that's a gift or doing something. And it doesn't. I actually do think it's smaller things. Like honestly,
Sometimes
like making her a coffee or making the bed in the
Yes,
morning.
it's
It's
just like-
stupid shit like that.
It's
that
just
girls
that you like showing that you care,
or that you're thinking of them.
even if it's like a text in the middle of the day, like
Yeah.
just showing that you're thinking about
like
them.
I'll just send Rory random hearts. No, I'm joking. I'll
Yeah.
send him hearts.
Nudes.
But like nudes. No, but like sweet things like Rory will go and get my car cleaned or like shit that it's just sweet
Yeah,
to do.
get all the blood off the bonnet from that
From
German
the
couple.
cyclists, from the German couple. So dark.
Jet wash the bonnet.
Oh, but yeah, I do think that's a good
Yeah.
thing to do.
What would be on the top of your list of like sweet,
So
small things
that
to
he
do?
does or that I do for him.
No, like if there's a man listening to this thinking, how can I be better with my girlfriend? What would be like a small
Just
thing you could do?
something that will help her out. Like if so, actually, this is one thing that winds up.
I can
Girls-
tell that your acts of service on the love language. You like
Yeah.
to be helped. with
No, I
things.
just like small things. Like girls take longer generally, I reckon, to leave the house than guys do. So guys, if you're going out for dinner, guys tend to be ready soon. One thing don't ever order the Uber and then tell them you've ordered it, because that's panic sets in. Don't ever do that.
I've
but
done
like
that. I have done that.
silly things like if you're in a rush in the morning and your girlfriend drinks tea or coffee, honestly, while she's doing her makeup, go make her a coffee or something
nice
like
thing
that.
to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I appreciate that kind of thing.
Yeah, you're right. That is such.
Or
a
like
good-
emptying the, honestly, I've said this, I literally have said both those things before, but emptying the dishwasher or putting just, things like that, I would say.
Yeah, that's great. I would say, if there's any boyfriends listening to this, make your girlfriend a cup of tea and bring it to her in bed.
That's, yeah.
It's really easy to do, but the what's the word?
It's the thought.
Yeah, it just really works.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd say that.
I would, yeah.
Have you ever been made breakfast in bed before? Do you like that? Feels like quite fun in the idea of it, but the reality
Because
is
I'm OCD,
crumbs
I'm
everywhere.
not having those on my fucking white company
No.
sheets. No,
You're like,
joking.
oh, so sweet. Why don't you put that in the kitchen?
But the thing is, though, that's funny with my OCD. But then when I'm hungover, I'm a savage. Like
Really?
I'll eat a Domino's, a McDonald's. Like, I've fallen asleep with my hand in nuggets in my bed before, like, and woken up with barbecue sauce on my face. But when I'm like stone cold sober and on it, I couldn't stand any of that.
No. It is funny, isn't it? Being hung, yeah.
No, breakfast in bed is nice if you're at a hotel.
Mm.
I love going to hotels and ordering room service.
Do you know what we did the other night? Actually, it was really fun. We went and stayed in a hotel in London for a night, and it was great.
Was it actually nice? Because I
Yeah.
see lots of couples do it, or lots of people doing it, but I always think it's to go out of London. But actually being in London, doing
No.
it's
It
probably
makes
quite
you
nice.
feel like you're on holiday, but you're in London. Like, you go and stay like one night in a really nice hotel in London. You use the spa, get room service, all of that.
Yeah, see, that's quite
and it's
nice.
great. And it's like you've had a break, but you haven't left London.
Yeah,
And it's fun.
I'm gonna do that actually.
That's a really,
Organise that.
that would be a top tip, actually. We did that the other day.
I think doing one night where you're, because I would, well, this I never know with listeners with this if it's like not non-binary but going against gay guys or lesbians or whatever, because if you're
Yeah.
saying most couples, the girlfriend's probably the one who does the more thoughtful things.
Yeah.
I would say. But does that, people don't take offense to any of this shit, do they?
I think that's okay to say.
What? Yeah, I would always say there's. I can't remember what the fuck I was going to say now, which is so annoying.
I think
Oh yeah, no, that was it. I think what if guys can do one thing that helps your girlfriend take one thing off her list, like do something for her that she doesn't have to then think about doing.
yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
In a
That does
way.
make sense, yeah.
So like actually going to stay in a hotel is perfect, 'cause then she doesn't have to worry about anything, like washing up, all that sort of thing.
I think that's good advice. I think that is good advice. I think I need to get better at that. I do find, like, when I look at like my parents, for example, my mum is incredibly thoughtful and like doesn't really think about herself ever. And my dad, like, obviously I love my dad, but he can be quite like in his own head and obsessed with like work, and I do think that's like quite a common dynamic.
Yeah.
Not that it's always that
I
way
think
with the man and the woman, but you normally get like one and one of
way.
the
But
other.
I think mothers are they are very like selfless, obviously.
Like, I can get really in my own head and about things that don't really matter
But
at
I
all.
think as a mother, you probably don't have the time to be like that.
No.
You've got to just get on with it and
Yeah.
put everyone else first.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. But is this a good time to announce your pregnancy?
Oh, bit too close to home, mate. You twat.
Liv, that was a great one. I think we learnt a lot there.
We did.
Yeah. That was really good. I feel like we helped a lot of men listening to this.
Well, hopefully.
Yeah.
There'll be a load of girls going, why the fuck would you say that? I want a ring.
Yeah.
Fuck the cup of tea.
I've learnt a lot there.
Well, I'll be intrigued to know what everyone does for their Valentine's Day. Can
Let
people
us-
actually tell us what you end up doing? And
Yeah, we'd like
if
to
it was
know.
something enjoyable that wasn't around cringy
Yeah.
love.
If you're organising something that's a bit different for Valentine's Day, let us know because we'd like to know what it is.
Oh, another tip. Book your girlfriend a massage or something.
Mm.
That's quite a nice thing.
You're having one tonight.
I actually am, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I suddenly thought, I forgot I told you that.
It'd be weird if I
Yeah,
knew
sorry. Yeah,
I'll be outside with the binoculars through the window.
with your corgi.
Yeah, just see the silhouette of a corgi in the window. Terrifying.
Terrifying.
As always, send in any dilemmas or questions. Contact at privatepartspodcast.com, at private podcast on all social media.
And your unpopular opinions.
Yeah, I like that.
That's my favourite segment now.
Yeah, it's my favourite segment as well, actually. We're so aligned.
We are both OCD and probably need serious mental health.
Yeah. We will see you next week. Goodbye.
Bye.